Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Be sure that you subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button you see on your screen before we get started. Today I'm going to cover Unit 1 in plant morphology and plant anatomy. Basically, it includes chapters 1, 3, 23. We will start with the plant, why plants are important, and then plant cells, and then plant tissues. Okay, so now, plant biology has a number of specialties, subspecialties, including plant anatomy, ecology, paleobotany, biochemistry, genetics, biophysics, molecular biology, morphology, and system ecology and systematics, taxonomy. Plants, like other animals, they are multicellular organisms, and they are very diverse. So why we care about the plants? Okay, so we care about plants because they actually they are the providers, they provide the air we breathe, they allow photosynthesis, the most important reaction on the biosphere. Basically, they are so important. As you see here in this globe, with all the green areas are chlorophyll, all the blue areas are water. So what else? Over the half of the medicines actually we use in our daily life, they are from plants. There are a number of medicinal plants, including ginkgo biloba, which is a memory enhancer plant, and a lot of multivitamins. We also get fabric, cotton, buildings, wood, paper, trees, so many things from plants. Plants also is the origin of fossil fuels, including coal, oil, natural gas. Plants also ecological buffers in biosphere. And plants also they are actually made of levels of organizations like other living organisms, including cell, tissue, and organ. Cell is their basic unit of life, like other living organisms. And they have metabolism, growth, repair, reproduction, and maintenance. They have reproduction, asexual or sexual reproduction. So they have also responsiveness to the environment, like light, gravity, touch. And they've been around almost more than 400 million years. Okay. Fire remediation is basically using plants to clean up the soils, lakes. That there are certain specific plants, they are called hyperaccumulated plants. Like you see here, the sunflower used to clean up this lake here in this picture. So plant cells, basically, first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665, an English botanist, developing a simple microscope and looking at the cork tissue and cells, cork cells under his microscope. And later on, a number of scientists work on a cell theory. Now today, what we call cell theory is basically all cells are made of one or more cells. Cells are basic units of life, and all cells come from pre-existing cells. Started with Robert Hooke and continued with Schleiden, Virchow, and more scientists later with electron microscopes. Plants are eukaryotic organisms. They have cell walls, they have a large vacuole, and they have a chloroplast, three unique organelles. They don't have centrioles or intermediate filaments. A typical plant cell looks like this, with a large vacuole with a lot of every other organelles that you can think of. DNA, ribosome, cytoplasm, plasma membrane, cytoskeleton, mitochondria, Golgi, ER, nucleus, and nucleolus. Basically, their cell wall is made of three layers: primary wall, secondary wall, and the middle lamella, which is the glue holds them together. They have plasmodesmata, which are the little holes, basically provides some transport between neighboring cells. The tissues are made of several cells, like including parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma cells, or water conducting cells. That brings us to the plant tissue. Of course, a plant tissue starts with meristematic cells. So they are a small thin wall like mature plastids, and they are in the localized regions. right? So meristematic. They are undifferentiated and they keep dividing. We also have parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma in other places. Three types of tissues that plants have: dermal, ground, vascular. Dermal is their epidermis, periderm. Ground can be simple or storage tissues, and vascular is their xylem and phloem. When they start differentiation, they can have primary growth, which is provided by apical meristem like SAM or RAM, or lateral meristems like secondary growth in some select plants. This is a shoot apex and this is a root apex, basically showing a shoot apical meristem where everything programmed here, and axillary bud primordiums, ground meristems, procambium, and protoderm. And the same ideas here, and plus there is a root cap here, and there is leaf primordium here, does not exist here. Also, shoot apex is made of layers like L1, L2, L3, which are also called tunica and corpus here. This is shoot apical meristem. That includes our unit 1 of plant morphology and plant anatomy, and see you in next video.